Hey everyone, we are here live at reInvent. This is officially day one. We were both here yesterday, but this is like, oh my God, this is crazy.
It's wild. I just heard that there's 60,000 attendees and 2 million people watch the keynote online.
I believe it. I believe it.
Insane.
And that I checked into the online keynote. It was rock solid. Like you could come in anytime, just like pop in, and it was. So they've really
When you own
figured that out.
and a lot of bandwidth, better make sure your keynote streams well. Yeah.
Well,
I also heard they had I think it was like a server rack that they dropped from someplace and then burnt it.
burned it. Yeah. Tech debt. Get rid of the tech debt.
Yeah, burning tech debt or eliminating or tech debt. So I thought that was pretty cool too. Yeah.
Matt showed Garmin showed the thing up in flames and on the keynote stage. So yeah, it was pretty good.
It's great. Wild. And then our party had maybe like close to 400 people last night, which was
That party was amazing. That was incredible. It was jammed.
When I walked in, I thought, wow, this place feels smaller than last year. And then they moved all the furniture around. I was like, oh, okay, well, we're going to definitely have enough room. But we had a special line for PL members. That was a new thing that we did. I wasn't aware of it, but when I looked at it, I was like, oh, this is great that PL members actually have this special access to all of the larger events that we do. So hopefully they feel special.
Well, it was so much fun and I posted something on LinkedIn this morning just because, you come to an event with 60,000 people and you're not going to know everybody. Everybody. You go to a PL event like that.
Yeah.
Everybody. Know everybody.
Totally. So this is interesting because we started this trend, I would say now, right? Last year with our friends at Tackle, and it was this idea to bring all the partnership professionals together to an event just for them. And it's a hypothesis, right? And I think we had like half the people there last year, even though last year felt pretty packed too. So then we're like, okay, let's try it again this year. And this year I think it was like double the size, or maybe 2.5 times the size and stuff. So we definitely had a lot of fun, and there was a lot of senior leaders again that showed up to the event yesterday. We had a number of CPOs that were in the room, which is interesting because I don't think last year we had that many CPOs. We had VPs of partnerships attend the event, and then hopefully next year we can maybe ask AWS not to do their partner awards summit at the same time. CPOs at the event. Or maybe we integrate it together into their event, That may be an option that we can do. But we totally appreciate all the love and support AWS has shown us this year. I remember in June, I believe they said they're going to participate in everything in the second half. And they sponsored their party, the party that we did last year at their event as well. So it's a very interesting time because, you're a marketer and an event professional. Somebody sponsoring an event at their bigger event is just kind of just unheard of, right?
Yeah, it was fantastic, and the keynote. We just came out of the keynote this morning, and oh my God, the announcements at the end. Yeah, Matt does 25 announcements in 10 minutes.
A little bit of one-upmanship going on between Microsoft and AWS, because I think they said they did 70 announcements or 75, maybe 80 if I get the number correct, announcements, and this was like, oh, okay, well, how do we have one of that? But I really like both companies now have a very interesting and relevant framework to just to the market, right? Like Microsoft has taken this path of saying, hey, what does a frontier firm look like? And then AWS is basically saying, well, how does the agentic work get done, right? So I thought the narrative was definitely very simple, clear, easy to understand. And then at the party last night, people kept on asking because obviously we're much bigger as a company now. So I was kind of sharing an update with a lot of the senior people. And people kept on asking, hey, where are you guys going to take partnership leaders next? And we're like, well, we made a promise to get to 2,000 CPOs. So we're still on that promise. But anything else partner people need, we'll totally build it for them. But there was a couple of things that really came out of the multiple conversations that I had last night. One was AI partnerships may become its own pillar just like cloud partnerships are inside of a partner program. And so the partnership leaders have to figure out how they're going to staff AI partnerships teams on top of cloud partnerships teams, on top of like, let's call it the channel, right? Like as we learned at Ignite. And so I'd say the role and the scope of a CPO is just constantly increasing. I also met the Chief Partner Officer of McKinsey last night for the first time, which was very interesting to just understand how McKinsey goes to market with partners. And then
well, Jack Gray was there as well
well,
from BCG, of course.
Yeah, totally. Well, Jack's like
A friend.
a friend now, well, I mean, he's a friend from before. I'm just saying, Jack's a regular, right? So I was like, oh, where's the CPO of Bain and McKinsey and stuff, like, where are they hanging out, right? So those were like, I would say, a couple of really big things. And then the last thought that I did have with a couple of people was around this whole concept of buy, build, and partner, or maybe build, buy, and partner, which is what a CEO is responsible for. And it's a concept that like John Chambers from Cisco actually invented. And it's become a very popular framework for CEOs. And it just, to me, feels like, once again, we have this opportunity because of the AI wave that in the build phase, part of the framework, right? You have a chief product officer or a chief technology officer. There are leaders, or there's a de facto leader that is responsible for the product, right? Or the build side. And then there is a de facto leader for the buy phase, which is essentially a CFO. I know there's like corp dev teams and chief strategy officers and stuff like that, but like those people I don't think go to board meetings, right? Like CFO is like on point for helping to acquire a company and really see it financed well and integrated well. But then for the partner piece, we have a role called the Chief Partner Officer, and I know a lot of partner people want to have a better seat at the table or a seat at the table or more influence. So I think they can increase the relevancy by leveraging AI partnerships, because AI partnerships are through into the stack, right? They're at the infrastructure layer, they're at the platform layer, they're at the apps layer,
security
the agent layer. So like all of these things require thinking, and they require optimization of relationships, which is what you and I have been talking about for the last couple of years.
I love that. I love those three pillars. They are the critical pieces of how you run a business and how you're gonna design the business and how you're gonna go to market. So, it makes total sense.
On a lighter note, I was showing my sister some of the Catalyst highlights from previous years, and the part where you had the CPO unloaded shirt and the CPO loaded shirt, yeah, that definitely stuck out. Or like, I think we're fully loaded with CPOs right now.
I still wear that shirt sometimes around the house,
Next year is the 5th year of Catalyst, right? It's like, so I think we're going to do a little bit of nostalgia. We're going to bring some of the things that have happened.
That'll be fun.
4 years to the event, and then we're also going to have like, what does the next 5 years look like in the evolution? But that moment was definitely one big moment, and maybe we'll just create CPO unloaded shirts for people that want to become CPOs, and CPO loaded for shirts for the actual CPOs who attend the event. But pre-reg is open, and I believe it's GA now. We launched, we did two interesting things, and as a marketer, you'll appreciate this, right? We actually honored all of the previous attendees with a special offer to come back, and then we also honored all of our members with special access to
for sure
participate and to buy their tickets, and then there were like tickets and membership combos now, like all the things that people have been asking us for. And then we've got GA, I believe, is opening this week, or maybe I think it's already open. It'll definitely be open by the time this goes live. And then at Catalyst next year, we're going to have a full program of like the products and services we are launching ourselves as a company to really build this conference into like the global partnerships enablement conference.
There you go.
Crazy.
There you go. It really is the place to bring not only yourself but also your teams to understand about partnerships, to understand how to like learn from each other, learn from others, and get enabled to go build your rocket ship.
I mean, the framework again is like if you want to recruit partners, engage with the current partners, or retain partners. If you want to learn to do that, how to do that, you should be at the event. If you want to do that, you should also be at the event to take care of the fantastic networking that we've created. But Catalyst is in like August 26th, 27th of 25th, 26th next year. Like we have so much time to build a killer event for everyone. I'm excited.
It's going to go fast. That time's going to go fast. Sarah Beth, get ready.
Totally.
So we are here at reInvent, and there were just a ton of announcements this morning. Also, so let's talk a little bit about some of those announcements. What we saw yesterday, a lot of the announcements around Marketplace, which are really pretty amazing as well for partners.
Partner Center integrating it into the AWS console just makes the shopping experience much simpler, and it's actually a pretty good strategy to create something separately and then integrate it as it becomes goes from like, let's call it a project to a program, if you want to call it that, right? And so.
Well, the other thing is that they've taken AWS has taken AWS Marketplace and they're integrating it into other consoles, right? So you're in the Kubernetes console doing something. You're like, hey, I need this thing. Yeah. It's like right there. You just say, oh, you buy it.
So I think it's like it's kind of like core to what Amazon as a company is really good at, is making buying frictionless. And so that's really the journey we're on.
Hey, I also saw this morning, I thought, and I posted on LinkedIn already, but I thought it was really cool. A couple of things. One is Kiro. Yes. We have Kiro behind us here. The 1 year for up to 100 for startups. For startups, yeah, that's terrific. The other thing that caught my attention is these foundational models for security and basically DevOps and development. That was really cool. So like from the point of like building your spec, right, what you're going to build, all the way through the process, they have agents that are checking it and saying, hey, did you check this? Did you look at this? Did you check that?
Yeah. So I think that the strategy...
All the way to a pen test, right? You can do a pen test.
Yeah. The strategy that AWS took is look at where code is produced and make sure that you don't let yourself get disrupted there, which is startups. And this fascination that they've had with startups, because if you think about it, like...
Yeah, because look at like a Wiz or something, right? It's like they started as a startup.
Yeah.
And
But that's what I'm saying, like if you look at other large partner programs, right, from other industry behemoths, they spend more time on their channel, which is like VARs, resellers, distributors, right? They're there. But AWS is inherently spent more time on the other side, which is where software gets produced.
It's kind of like the pharmaceutical industry where it's like a portfolio, right? You have to make your bets all over the place, and then the ones that take off really take off.
Yeah. Well, that's
or a VC, same thing.
But I think if you think about it, you'll always get disrupted in SMB. Really get disrupted in enterprise, right? Because by the time you become an enterprise player, you're so ingrained into workflow, it's hard to pull you out, right? But you'll get disrupted. So if AWS, let's say, let go of their digital natives or startups muscle, I think they'll be in a world of hurt, right? Because that's actually where all of the journeys start. It's like for us, right? Like partnership leaders has maybe like what, 500 or 400 or something. Let's call it like senior partnership leaders, but we have like thousands of ICs and managers, and we spend a lot of time there because that's actually where the journey.
They're going to grow.
Yeah, like I mean, unfortunately now I have a 7-year-old and 9-year-old, so I'm actually living the experience. I'm like, these people are very malleable, but they're also like sponges, so we need to share all the right things with them, and then they'll blossom, right? So that's like why even in our membership, like, or even let's say even our subscribership, which is 10 times bigger, maybe 20 times bigger, right? The triangle is true where you have ICs and managers, and then you have like org leaders and exec leaders, and the org leaders and exec leaders need something else. And over next year, we're going to launch different things for exec leaders, and they'll be able to participate in everything we do, just in a different way of engagement. So we have a pretty heavy roadmap for 2026 that's already being built. I'm just very blessed and thank you to the industry for allowing us this opportunity to actually elevate the entire industry.
Yeah, it's terrific what Partnership Leaders is doing, and I feel the same way with all of the conversations that I'm having and a bunch of conversations here this week. It's really sort of, this partnership profession is tough. It's hard, right? It's a challenging.
So is
and
every other profession. It's just now
there's an opportunity.
We have a platform. It's like built for partnership leaders, off partnerships for partnership leaders. You're going to see like tens of communities adopt partnerships next year. It's going to be like everybody's going to want a piece of the pie now, which is unbelievable because that's not where we're coming from, right? Like we're coming from partnerships being relegated to a corner, but you're going to see lots of learning organizations beef up their partnerships muscle and start to enable this. And
it's critical today.
Having this bigger moment.
Really is. It's a moment. It's a moment.
Wow.
Asher, fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
It's great to do these things and well, I'm sure we'll do a couple more of these.
We'll do one tomorrow again. We were actually going to do this live. In fact, I got it set up so that it was showing up live, but the network wouldn't support it. So because there are 60,000 people here all trying to do the same thing.
AWS to give you a dedicated line. Your own Amazon Leo.
So I will be posting this shortly, but yeah.
Cool.
All right.
See you guys later. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.